everybody. I want to tell you a short story about our Yakutian moto-trip. And so, let's start. We arrived in Yakutsk late at night. The streets were dim and there were almost no people. We were met by our Russian friends. After a long intercontinental flight with many connections, we needed only two things: some beer and a cozy bed. In the morning we needed to prepare our bikes and hit the road. Firstly, since the bikes were brand new, we had to assemble and check everything properly. To install the accessories, we had planned navigation, power supply, protection bars and luggage systems. And then to ride the first meters on a brand new bikes. Once the bikes were ready, we gathered tents, food, fuel and medicines, spare parts, tires, plugs, oil, loaded everything in a trailer and were ready to move. Traveling the Kolyma road involves two large river crossings on the ferries. First we crossed the Lena river on one of them, and it was probably no less than 70 years old. They were loaded with trucks, jeeps, heavy equipment and the local people who use it as you would a bus, just to go about their daily business. But we didn't come here to swim, right? And after we finally started our motor trip. Such roads. Kolyma guy is the only human path here. The road is made of soil, rotted and potholed and compacted gravel. There are almost no people there. You can drive 3 hours without meeting anyone. On our way we saw amazing places, like the legendary gas station Yakutia, plastered with the stickers of the expeditions that is being here. Or is the Kadykchan a ghost town? Nobody has been living here for the last 30 years. There was a coal mine, but after an accident in the middle of the winter, the heating plant was out of service and people could freeze to death. And everyone had to leave.
Hey, you guys! We don't like motorcycles.
The only person we met there just passed by us without saying a single word. Maybe it was the only remaining settler of Kadykchan. We drove about 117 or 200 k's a day. It's usually getting colder in the evening, so we choose a picturesque place and set up camp to take a rest from a busy day on the road.
In a couple days. Some UFOs now will see us.
When we turned back on the eastern end of the Road of Bones, we were met by our local friends. Some stretches of the roads are impossible to cross on a motorbike. That's where our support tractor comes into play. We spent 6 days in the dust and now we finally got to the real road. To the real Road of Bones. It's not even a road, it is an off-road. Just about 10-12 weeks drive here during a year. No one cares about the stretch of the road. All bridges were washed away. We drove sometimes only 40 k's a day because of the weather and track conditions. It was good to reach camp and rest.
I'll put your invoice, I'll put it on colored paper for you with a little emblem on the top. There's some great writing up there.
When you sit around the campfire in the middle of nowhere, thinking about the contrast to civilizations that were left behind, you feel good and have an adventure, but still it's not enough. That's why it was great to take a satellite phone and call home your dearest people and say, "What's up? I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm okay. And how are you?" And after that, everything became much simpler. You were ready to hit the road again.
Андрей, Сашка, поедешь? Попробуй, попробуй. As I've said, not all roads you could cross on the bikes. It had rained heavy overnight and continued. We faced serious problems crossing one of now swollen river. The tractor has difficulties on the steep exit on the bank. All the gear and the buggy began to fill up with water. It was necessary to unhook the tractor and at risk left the trailer to drift in the turbulent water of the river. Then we reconnected them together with a wire strop. We reshaped the road as we could and hoped that this would improve things.
lights didn't work. The trailer was filling up with water. The tractor is stuck deeply. We had to hold our bikes firmly not to let them fall into the river. But everything turned out well. We managed to pull our gear out with the strops.
Okay, it's coming down. No, no. That's good.
The symbol of Oymyakon is a bull. Every year on January 31st, Kadykchan, the Yakut Santa Claus, breaks off the horn of this monument, and after that the weather becomes less cold gradually.
Who's next?
Oymyakon is one of the poles of cold. Here was registered the one of lowest temperatures in the world, -71 Celsius. This is a small and quiet village with a population of about 450 people. But we didn't see anyone. From the museum in Tamtor, we learn more about the Road of Bones, about the Gulag prisoners, about the history of these places.
Yeah, it's right there. The homeless. And she says there were even camps for kids.
During the Stalinist repression, there were the chain of camps on the territory of Oymyakon. There were more than 30. In the severe frost, people paved the well-known highway to Magadan. They built placers, dug the frozen rock in mines. There is no exaggeration to say that this road was made from the real human bones.
We've been up and back.
We arrived at a place where was one of the camps of the Gulag. All that was left from the camp was a bit of a barbed wire, a small observation tower, and a desolate barrack. Nature hid all the horrors of history. Our motorbike trip was over, and our Russian friends took us to a great place, Lake Labinkir. The legend says that there lives a monster.
decided to frighten the monster, just to be on the safe side. Actually, it was very nice and a quiet place. There we could take a rest after 10 days on a road. Yakutia is a really magical place. Only here, in a small house on a lake, which you can get only by helicopter, you can find the internet. We spent a great at this cabin, but it was now time to go back home.
Get down there square, huh?
Yes. Well,
We were 12 days on the road, and we went through a lot of things beside the riding. We were enjoying. We changing tires, fishing and shooting and cooking, taking pictures of our Russian manicure, feeding the mosquitoes. We're drenched to the skin, drying our clothes on the fire, hiding from the rain, just fooling around, exploring the permafrost, walking in the mammoth cave, and of course drinking vodka with our Russian friends. And what is the most important? We felt the spirit of Yakutia. And it was awesome.